Who's this? 292? Yeah. Hey, welcome to show 292 of the Photo Share after a week break, unintentional week break, due to just having a whole bunch of stuff to catch up with last week. But we are back, shooting our way towards 300, I guess, 8 more weeks. I don't know when that'll be, sometime in January probably. Let me go ahead and add the link here to the Facebook group. So, week before Thanksgiving, second to last week of November, I guess it is. It is definitely fall. We are getting nice, cool mornings here the last couple of weeks. Had a couple mornings that were very, very chilly. So yeah, fall's here. Leaves are falling off the tree. I didn't get out to do any fall color this year, but there was some good color here decent color here in Atlanta. In the mountains, I guess we're okay. Let me go ahead and share the screen, copy this, and put that in. So hope everybody is doing well. Just type it in here. There we go. There we go. Hit that. So yeah, a couple week out from Thanksgiving. So I think we will do a show next Sunday. What is that? The 23rd? No, the 25th. Sunday the 25th. We will do a show. But that next Sunday, what is that? The 2nd? December 1st or 2nd, whatever it is, 2 weeks from today, we will not have a show. I'll be doing family things for finishing up Thanksgiving week. So it's coming up fast. Kind of hard to believe Thanksgiving is so soon. Not fun at all. So there we go. We see how that is working there. So a fair amount of images, none posted by me, but we got some added to there's one of the contributors this week. Hey, Wes.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. So yeah, looks like you got some stuff done in the last week or so, photography wise.
Yeah, quite a bit last weekend actually. Still editing.
Okay. Yeah, you went to it looks like Cars and Coffee or something.
Yeah, I did the Cars and Coffee and just went ahead and edited those first, but I went to a couple state parks and did some just wildlife stuff at the parks around here and
nice.
A bunch of stuff last weekend.
Oh, good, yeah. And when you do a lot of stuff like that, it does take a while to edit it all. So
yeah, I think I shot over 3,000 images last weekend.
Wow, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of rolls of film. How'd you get through all that film so fast? Huh?
Yeah.
3,000. So what was the most shot intensive one? Was it the wildlife probably? Or the cars?
Yeah, definitely the wildlife, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's that's usually at the top of the list. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Good.
I'm watching the last part of NASCAR, so I've got you in the line.
Oh, okay, all right. So who's winning?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay.
I've got 4 drivers in the race that win me money if they come in, but little to no chance so far. Okay. I might have a chance, but not much.
So is this the second to last week of the champ?
No, this is it.
This is it, huh?
Yeah.
This is the championship then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe that's why Joe isn't here. He's probably watching that. Yeah, I heard. It seemed like last week I heard that there were 2 weeks left, but that must have been 2 weeks ago. So okay.
No, this is it.
All right. So they take basically a 2-month break, right? They start up right after the first of the year, don't they?
I think in February.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right now they got it's 241 laps, but they got about 26 to go.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, do you guys have a Mac?
I have a MacBook. Yes.
Well, I've got a Mac, right? And I use the Spider 4 Pro. to do calibrating on my machines. Well,
Okay.
the thing is, they had an update on the Mac, so I updated it and got the latest update. But that's not in the Spider 4 Pro is not compatible with that update, so it doesn't work. So I got to figure out how to get that to work tomorrow. Call the company.
Yeah, it's probably not 64-bit. I think
That's
it has.
right.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does one do with that? Throw it away and buy a new one?
Well,
Yeah.
I would imagine Spider. That's a pretty large user base. I would think that they'll come out with something. It might not be right away, but I would think I don't. You think it would be an orphan, Wes, at this point, or not?
How old is the Spider 4? I don't know.
I've had it for years.
Yeah.
I do both my computers on it.
How long they support those things?
Yeah. Is it more than 5 years old, Jerry?
Maybe close.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
They're not cheap either.
No, they were a couple $100, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you calibrate your screens?
I have a Spider 4, which I haven't calibrated my screen in about a year and a half.
What did I have? Spider 4 Pro.
I think it is a Spider 4, yeah. And I haven't. I did it last fall, so maybe last September. I haven't done it since. I'm going to have to now, yeah, because I've got a new.
If you didn't upgrade on your computer, it'd be fine. It's because I upgraded, it won't accept it.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I use it on my desktop, which is Windows. So I had Windows 7, so I'm
This is for
assuming.
Mac.
Okay.
This is for Mac.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how
what I'm
to
saying.
Windows
Mine will probably still work because I use it on a Windows machine. But yeah, if you upgrade it to Mac. So the latest before this one, Wes, it wasn't 64-bit, the Mac OS?
No. Well, I mean, it was 64-bit, but it also had legacy support for 32-bit applications.
Oh, okay.
And they've taken that out, so anything that's 32-bit will not work in the new version of.
Oh, okay.
OS 10.
So that was kind of like their bright line. It was like, okay, after this, 32-bit's not going to work with us anymore.
How did you know that, Wes?
I use a Mac at work. I don't have one here at home, but we use them at work at our office at work.
All right. Yeah. So they were probably very up on top of it because there's a lot of Macs in the university environment.
Yeah, and we have a lot of different, specialized applications that we use, and some of them weren't supported. So, they're telling people that need those applications, do not do the upgrade, do not do the update.
Yeah, but when you're single, when you're on your own, you don't talk to many people, and the upgrade comes in, you just naturally think, "Oh, I've got to upgrade," so you upgrade.
Yeah. Now you
They're
could
probably
roll it
hoping
back.
to do that, so you buy more stuff.
Yeah. Now, could you roll it back? You could roll it back.
No.
No. Ooh.
The reason why
Probably not easily.
I got a photograph of this dog that I wanted to do a calibration on, and just to see if there's be any difference to this dog, because this woman wants to get a canvas print, and I went into Spider 4 Pro,
Mm-hmm.
and it said I can't get in there, and it gave me notices. It says developer of this app needs to update it to work with the version of Mac OS.
Yeah.
That developer for more information.
I just Googled it, and it said they added support for Spider 5, but it doesn't look like they're going to do it for Spider 4.
Oh.
That's great.
So you might be out of luck on that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, how often do you calibrate your screens?
I don't ever do it.
No. I was doing mine about every 6 months or so up until about a year ago. So last time I did mine was probably, like I said, September of last year.
I
Which
think
hasn't been a big deal because I haven't done a lot of photography in the last year. So
I think mine's 3 months. I usually have a reminder for 3 months to do it. So I think it's 3 months old.
Yeah. Well, when I got the Spider 4, I kind of, so how often should we do it? And they're like, well, unless your lighting, unless your monitor changes, if you have the same basic monitor and the conditions that you edit in are basically the same as far as lighting and that type of thing. You probably shouldn't need to recalibrate that much.
I think it depends on your workload.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, it's like the brightness. It's so easy to touch that brightness button, and it changes the calibration because you've got too much light now or less light, so you're not seeing the real picture.
Mhm. Yeah. So, no, I mean, if you're using it in the same room in the same basic conditions, you're probably going to be pretty good, unless you change the monitor or something like that.
Well, I made my bedroom an office now, so that light's changed.
Okay, so you're using it in a different. The
Yeah.
lighting is different now than what it was last
Yeah, look
time.
at it this way. The woman's going to come in. She's going to have a canvas. And you know, like on a canvas print, you get, hang on, which way am I going? You get the canvas. Oh, fuck it. Put it down. You get the canvas, right? And then the edging, around the edges, you can have a color edge, which is looking close to the canvas itself, or you can have it wrapped round. I don't like them wrapped round because it stretches it too much.
Okay.
And she's going to come over and she likes what she sees. So I'm just going to say to her, it's fine. I'm not worried about the calibrating. Worry about it later.
Yeah, I sounds like
If she likes what she sees, then that's it.
I think Macs are pretty close to begin with anyway. There's not really too much to calibrate there.
Yeah, they're a lot because they're a lot tighter control on everything that goes into it. Whereas Windows, you can get any number of monitors that have different, viewpoints on what things should look like. So there's a lot more variation in Windows. Hey, Dennis.
How you doing, Mark?
Excellent.
Hi, Dennis.
How you doing, Cuz?
I'm doing fine. I'm watching the race as well.
So you're going to win any money? That's what we want to know. Are you going to win any money or not?
No, I'm down $150, so I want to win some of it back, but
Ooh, yeah.
I am.
That means you're going to have to write a check at the end of this then?
Yeah.
Ah.
You know, this is the only year I've done it. All the other years, I've always had the check come to me.
Yeah. Well,
But it's my turn to pay, I suppose.
reversion to the mean.
Still got
Reversion to the mean. Yeah.
It's 14 to go.
Okay. All right.
You mean my dad said to me, when he sees a bookie going to work on a bicycle, that's when he's going to start gambling.
Yeah.
It's only $6 a week. It's nothing. You know what I mean? And it's fun. It's like a novelty having a little race and that.
Oh yeah. It helps you. Just that little bit of money is enough to get your motivation and it cause you to be interested in what's going on a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
but I'd still rather win.
Oh yeah.
Well, you never know. With about 5 laps to go, there's probably going to be some big crash. Who
There's
knows
going to be
what
a
happens.
crash, and then
Yeah.
you'll
Well,
get
that's
out
what
and
I'm
fight.
hoping for. I'm hoping for my drivers to come through.
It'll be a big crash.
Jimmy, I work for a guy who he used to play the stock market, the shares.
Yeah.
And he says to me, if my wife comes in this afternoon, tell her we don't own the house anymore.
That's not the way to do the stock market. Bad risk management there. That's
Well, the better way to do it is put stops on it. So if the stock reaches a certain point,
yeah.
sell it or stop it or whatever you do.
That's the challenge. You never. Well, anything and gamble. Even if you go to Vegas or if you're trading stocks or whatever, you don't do it unless you know what your risk is.
Well, when I go to Vegas, I say $100 a night. That's it. If I lose, I'm out.
Yeah,
I win.
you know what your risk is. You're not going in with a brand new debit card that you don't know about how much you're going to spend.
If I win that night, I still go back to the 100 the next night.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't play every night anyway.
Yep, exactly. So,
Yeah.
Any new equipment? Anybody? Photography related equipment?
No.
No. Dennis? No. Wes? No.
No.
I got some. It's not real. Well, it could be used for photography. If I actually did use my camera, I could use it. I'll show you here. I upgraded. I now have 3 monitors instead of 2. So I upgraded from 2 24-inch monitors and got this thing, a 32-inch monitor.
Nice.
So yeah, just showed up yesterday. So I'm still we're talking about calibrating. I need to do that. But that's a 24-inch and this is a 32-inch. And then so it's nice. It is an IPS screen. So Color calibration should be good. It does, and it rotates from landscape to portrait too. So that's nice. So it was. I did use it as a work expense though. I do. For editing spreadsheets and stuff. It definitely is a lot better for that. So.
Do you print your own?
What's that?
Do you print your own photos?
No. I when I do print, I'll either go to if I just want a quick print, I'll go to Costco and do that.
I heard they're pretty good.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job, and you can get the like Joe was talking about last time, is to get the calibration, printer calibration from the Costco, so you can load the calibration for the particular printer that you're going to use. So whichever Costco store, you load the calibration into Lightroom, and that makes a difference. So yeah, I use Costco most of the time, and then I've used Bayphoto a few times for like larger prints, that type of thing. So, but yeah, it's so expensive to print. I mean, I have a color printer, I could do it small, but the paper and the ink is so expensive. So no, I just do the get it calibrated, get it edited, and then get the calibration file for whatever printer I'm using, and then do it that way. And that way I get real consistent images. So yeah. So speaking of calibrating, Jimmy, I'm going to have to if I'm going to use this big monitor as my main monitor, I'm going to have to get it calibrated. Joe's apologizing. He's like, "No worries, Joe." Let me put the link in there. So I've got to get that. I've got to get it calibrated and do that. But sounds like I'm going to need. Maybe I won't need to upgrade. I'll just have to hook up my the Spider 4.
Yeah, but the other thing is when you don't calibrate, or if you do calibrate, you don't know what the store's going to be like. You have to make sure you get similar color numbers and that.
Yeah. So it's going to be if I'm starting over again, I'm just going to have to do it and do a couple prints probably and see what we get. So that was, I guess that's photography related, mildly photography related, but there we go. So who won?
It's still
running. Okay. Are you watching the final race of the season, Joe?
No, I'm not. I have to admit, I just worked off a really good food coma, and so I just managed to get by that one. That was a rough one, man.
What was it? Big lunch, I guess?
Yeah, it was. I kind of overdid it on the lunch there, and it's
crashed.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, what? Time to sleep this one off. Yeah. That's
what happens, especially. So cool. So any new equipment for you, Joe? Photo equipment or something that could be construed as photo equipment?
Boy, that would be a strong one. No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna admit right away. Yeah. No, there was nothing photography related, but
okay. Yeah. No, my monitor is mildly photography related. If I were to actually use my camera, then I could use it and I could edit the images on my new monitor. But so far I'm enjoying it. It's huge. It's almost twice as much real estate as the 24-inch monitor that I have. So it's nice. So gotta get it calibrated and use it for editing. But from a work standpoint, definitely a lot more real estate to work with. So that's nice. That works out.
I meant to ask you, Jimmy, did you get the war medals pictures I sent you?
Yeah, my friend said to me, I'm missing one for me, and I need to contact them to get one of them.
Right, yeah. The World War I medals were your granddad's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the others were my dad's.
Right.
Okay. Well, those some of the ones you posted images of a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a focus stacking. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very nice. Yeah, that's a lot of history there.
The Carl Bush one.
Oh, did he really? So did who won the championship then?
I'm not sure. It could be him because he's one of the runners. He's
Ah.
still driving around.
Is it in Vegas? Is that the championship?
Homestead.
Oh, it's in
Yeah.
Homestead. Okay. Huh. Okay. So that's the end of the season then.
Yeah.
There's no,
Yeah.
at least until what, January, or do they wait until Daytona? Does it start up again in Daytona? Is it the start of the new season?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So they go away for a couple months then, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I had to go visit my uncle in the hospital, so
Oh, okay. All
it
right.
kind of threw everything off. So I barely watched football while I was consuming said thing that caused deep food coma.
Yeah. Yeah. And then time for a little nap time, and then
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
How was the symphony?
It was excellent. It was nice. It was Mahler's 8th symphony. So what do they call it? The Symphony of 1,000, because it's got pretty much a full orchestra, and then what do they have? What's the requirement? Basically 3 full choruses. So you got they had the Atlanta Symphony Chorus, which is a mixed male and female, and then they had a children's chorus. Then they had some supporting ones from the local colleges. So there was, all told, there was probably 300 people on stage, 350
wow.
people on stage. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it's pretty impressive. Yeah, and then they brought in four soloists. No, 7. 4 female and 3 male soloists. So yeah, pretty impressive. It's a big production. So
You're kidding, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because we know we have these sort of audiophile discussions, and there's no way to record 300 people on stage.
yeah. Well, no, that was recorded. That was going to be, I was recording, so it's going to be interesting to see. Well, they had, you could see, mics hanging down from the ceiling in different locations.
Yeah.
So they would have, it looked like 2 mics for the chorus, the main chorus, which was at the back, and then 1 or 2 for the left, a couple for the right, and then, however many for the actual orchestra. So more just
Wow.
1 mic per section. So like woodwinds, percussion, horns, that type of thing. So, yeah. So
That will be
interesting.
so. Yeah, I bet you're really. Are you going to get a CD or vinyl, or which way
I
do you
don't
think
know. I don't know. It'll probably only be issued on CD, I'm sure, but it'll probably come out next year, I think.
SACD? Oh, that's going to take a while to process.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. That'll be the first time we've been in a live recording for music. So that'll be kind of interesting.
Finally, the only purchase I did make that I guess now that I think about it could be construed as photography related, because I will be listening to said music while editing. Right? That's
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
It's a push, but
Sure,
but I finally went ahead and maybe Wes knows Sarah Kay. I haven't been able to, that blues singer / guitarist. I have not been able to get any of her stuff less than $60. It's insane on vinyl.
Mhm.
And Amazon lowered it $30, which lowered the cost down to $37. So I went ahead and bought it. It was like, all her stuff seems to be these ultra crazy recordings that are pressed on vinyl that's 500 mil thick. I don't know,
Mhm.
but it's just insane. You know what I'm saying?
audio file or super high quality recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So, and it's coming from the UK. So I've got 4 records coming from the UK actually. And apparently the Royal Mail does not track. So there's no way for me to know when
They're useless.
kind of, isn't it? I mean, I can get packages from China, for Christ's sake, that are trackable. You know what I'm saying?
I've sent stuff over here, Joe. It doesn't arrive.
They have track. I don't know about now because I used to be a postman when I was living in London.
Oh,
They used to have registered mail in that. I think it's when it reaches to another country they lose track. But inside they had registered mail and everything.
Yeah, you're right there, Jimmy, because you send anything to Italy, you never see it again.
It just vanishes. It goes. Well, it ends up in the Vatican warehouse, probably.
Yeah, down in the downstairs. Yeah,
yeah, in the downstairs. Yeah.
yeah. Lots of all other treasures. Yeah.
Well,
And those houses over there that are selling for €1.
1 lira.
Yeah, something like that, or €1 or whatever.
And they've got a palace on the market for €1.
They're selling all these houses.
Huh.
Well, the Italians.
What's that?
The Italians.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must be in Pompeii then.
The news.
Those the ones that are underwater in
Yeah.
Venice?
Yeah,
You can only occupy them when the tide's out.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's some other place that they're selling them for about €1. But you have to do them up, and they show pictures of the houses, and they're in the right state. But the thing is, what you're not buying the house, you're saving that money. You put the money into restoring the house.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are they doing that? Is there an earthquake going to happen or something, or what?
No, they do it over here, Jimmy, up in the Midlands, where there's really poor housing. All the stuff they were going to demolish, they've sold it to like ex-servicemen coming out of the army, and they can buy them for like £500. But like you say, you have to refurbish the house, get it back into a livable state,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end, you're owning the house. What's all done, isn't it?
So the best bet is buy a whole street of them real cheap and rent them out.
Well, no, I think they sell them to first-time people. First-time
Homeowners. Yeah.
people who can't really afford to ever buy their own house. They
Mhm.
to do that.
Well, that way they can take the money that they would have put towards a huge house payment to a certain extent, and then use it for upgrading and remodeling the home. So they can buy the house, buy in cheap, and then pay a reasonable rate each month to take care of the remodeling or whatever.
Yeah, I think they closed down massive areas of Liverpool, which were due to be demolished, but they haven't got the money to build new houses. So all those properties were just sitting there boarded up, and people were forced the councils to start sell off some of it so that people can refurb the house and have somewhere to live.
Yeah. It's well, probably. I think maybe one of the somebody that bought that house there is maybe this FedEx delivery guy. Did you guys see this on Petapixel? I just I'll share the screen. It's kind of funny. I'll probably see more of this this holiday season here too. Let's see. Do I have it on?
Got one of those. Where did he throw a package or something?
Yeah.
That usually.
Stupid, isn't it? Because everyone knows they're being videotaped now.
Yeah. There we go.
Doorbell rings.
FedEx guy throws $1,500 Canon lens instead of walking 10 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, why just place it somewhere when you can chuck it?
All right. So here's the video. So here's FedEx.
See,
I don't know if this is
one of
a
those
setup or not because it
doorbells.
doesn't look like a FedEx truck. But so here comes
You know what?
FedEx.
Honestly, being a delivery guy now, they use all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it might just be a panel van, basically. Yeah.
You'll see them in U-Hauls. You'll see FedEx guys in. They use all kinds of equipment. They really.
I've seen Amazon, like the people who've got packages from Amazon, because Amazon has Amazon along the side of the box, but the car is just a regular car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But FedEx, they, because I'm a delivery guy, we see each other all day, every day, and It's common. You know, you end up renting equipment because you have equipment that's down or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. And so in their case, they're able to get away with renting U-Hauls because, you know, they're package people, so they can get away with
Mhm.
renting.
Oh, it's not. How come it's not playing on here? That's kind of weird, Joe.
Man, it's that damn Firefox. I'm telling you, it's just bizarre. I hate.
You think it is? Okay, yeah, because I am using Firefox.
Yeah, the Firefox sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
for this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
just
reason I literally only use Chrome for this. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, he basically the video shows he just walks up and gets like 10 feet away and then just takes the box and chucks it onto the porch.
does he do like a basketball shot with it at least, or?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll have to give you the play-by-play here. Okay, so he's pulling up. Here he is. He's walking up, crossing the street, walking in the yard. It's in Florida, so he's got shorts on. Rainy
Florida,
day.
yeah, of course.
Yep. And yeah, he just walks up and then just gives it the underhand toss, and the box just flips end over end and lands on the porch.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
they said, okay, I've been contact. It's a contractor, and the guy tossing the box seems to be training, which is crazy. He almost doesn't care about his job, blah, blah, blah. That's funny. So there's going to be more of that, I'm sure, as we get into the holiday season.
Well, do they check these people when they hire them?
Oh, I'm sure they do, but
I could share the screen, Mark, if you want.
yeah, go ahead if you want to. Do you find it? Let me stop.
Yeah.
I'll stop my share. Yeah, I'm going to have to use Chrome for this now.
I think you still need to add it in there though.
Oh, yeah. Let me edit. There we go. Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of funny.
I don't have
He
my
does, he
audio
does have
app
good
on.
style. He does have good style with the toss. That's yeah. You hate to see that. Man, hopefully, I don't know if the lens was in good, fine. I assumed it should be packed well enough to handle stuff like this, but then it shouldn't be intentionally mishandled. Yeah. There we go.
Anytime I ship anything, I automatically expect it to be thrown at some
there you
point. So,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like
close
a nice
enough.
little underhand toss.
You know, in all fairness to him, it's just another brown box, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he has no idea what's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but the thing is, he should respect every box without being
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
much.
that's the thing. I mean, yeah.
the problem is, well, see,
Oh. No, he's coming up.
the other guy at least came up to the, yeah, see.
Oh, I must have been like a supervisor. Yeah, if he's in training or something.
Right.
uh,
You just on the door. Today's day.
Oh, they're not even leaving the package, are they?
No, they have the package, but I think it's the guy that was training them is helping them, showing them what to do next, probably.
Yeah, he's got the package under his arm.
Oh,
yeah, I guess they realized they couldn't. It was too expensive. It was one of those ones where you can't leave
signature
it.
required.
Yeah.
Signature required for delivery. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of the camera gear, you have to sign for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in the app, one of the tricks with FedEx is I've authorized FedEx to just leave packages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now they're doing it where they'll leave it at a Walgreens too,
Signature, I guess. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
CVS or something.
Yeah, I've also done that and FedEx will leave it at a Walgreens for you.
Yeah.
And then you just go down there and pick it up, which is actually, I love that part of it. I love that part.
Yeah. Yeah. That's well, if you're gone all day, and then if the alternative is you're not home, they deliver, and then you got a sign, and you get the little thing on your door that says we tried, but you weren't here. Please call and reschedule delivery. You end up messing around anyway. So
Yeah. See, otherwise, you miss this package.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's You know, it's I could tell you, man, being in the delivery business myself, now granted I'm not delivering small little packages like this, but sometimes those pallets end up box by box, and you better see, and that's why we encourage shippers as a carrier. We encourage shippers, and we'll do whatever we can to get a carrier and to train a carrier on how to secure their items for shipping, because that happens a lot. That's going to happen. That's a reality of shipping. Now, maybe you just saw that last one getting tossed, and he didn't toss it that bad or that far. But dear God, what you're not seeing is that sucker getting launched. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's just, may not like it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. You do deliveries. Have you ever seen a notice? I see this the other day. Walked up to the guy's front door, and there was a notice saying, "Is there life after death? Break in and find out."
So what's the answer?
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Yeah.
That sounds like you got Dirty Harry living at that house.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, you've got who's the other guy that's always trying to find his kid? Liam Nielsen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah. Or Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make my day.
Yeah, make my day.
Yeah, it just had a nice little notice by the side of the door in the window. Said, "Is there life after death? Break in and find out."
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out real quick. Yeah, that's something you might see in Arizona. I'm telling you right now, man. Our gun laws are pretty out there, man. So yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously we're not allowed guns here.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of guns, let's see what shots people have taken with their cameras. How about that? Oh, that was pretty good.
Nice.
That was an excellent lead in, Mark. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
That gets an A right there.
I try.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if this one works. I'm using the big screen here. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, he's showing off now, Dennis.
Yeah.
He's got
32-inch, Joe.
Yeah,
32-inch.
He's got the biggest one in the room right now, so he keeps letting us know it.
Yeah.
I'm watching 27-inch and making me feel inadequate.
Yeah, exactly. That reminds me. Oh, you don't. Oh, wait, you don't have a 33?
What? You know what was I almost did. I almost bought a 40-inch 4K TV, but because it was only nominally more than this, just like $40 more. But it wouldn't. I looked at it, I was like, it's not going to fit on the desk. It's just not. So this is about as big as I can fit on the desk at this point. And to be honest, it's plenty.
Yeah, you'll probably be real just happy, just as happy.
Yeah. But I may end up taking. So now I have two 24-inch monitors in this new one. So I might take the older of the 24-inch and maybe upgrade it to a 27. I think, and that might be the next step. But for now, I'm pretty good. I think for the next week or two, I think.
Isn't it funny too? Because probably when you got that initial 23-inch, you were probably like, "Oh man!"
Yeah, I was going from a 21. So even that extra, from a 21 to a 24-inch diagonal was like an extra 35%, and I went from one monitor to two. Like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's a 42, and every time I go in the store, it looks like it's so small. It wants me to buy another bigger TV, but I won't because it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we went from a 42-inch TV, which we'd had for almost 13 years, and we upgraded that one to a 65, and that was a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
That's about as big as we can.
Dennis, what one do you have?
I've got a 65 Panasonic. Yeah.
Yeah. That's big enough. Well, I say that now, but in 5 years, it may be an 80-inch at that
You know
point.
what I talk to people, and people say what size they got, and there'd be an encouragement to say, "Man, I wish I had that size," and then you end up going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's insane. I'm telling you, I see some of these big TVs come through work on our dock, you know, and it's unreal when you're standing next to them how massive these things are.
Yeah.
I've seen those big 100-inch TVs, man, and you're like, I can't imagine having something that massive in my house, honestly.
Yeah. That's
They're humongous.
Joe, I'll see 100-inch in one of the department stores, and the guy had a complete computer just running one program.
With the 100-inch?
Yeah, 100-inch TV in Ultra HD. They were running some film, and it was taking the whole processing power of a desktop.
It's probably like an 8K or 4K. Yeah.
It's you know,
A lot of
wow. Yeah, I've got plenty of room. I could probably go up to an 82 or an 80, but it's not happening. 65.
Yeah, 65 is
it's enough.
anything larger in our room, it just start to overwhelm the room a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Joe, that when the film finishes, your name comes up in the credits because you were in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being in the picture, here we got
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Simi. Said, I guess he went down to Virginia to check out Fall Color. And he went down, must have gone last week. Yeah.
I think Dennis is influencing Simi now. Simi's trying to steal some of Dennis's thunder with the frames around the
Yeah, doing framing.
Yeah, GIMP gives you loads of frames.
I think maybe he's using GIMP.
Yep.
I think Dennis is an actual influencer now.
Yeah.
I think that's his official title. He's an Instagram or YouTube influencer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been doing a lot of experimenting lately.
Mhm. That's good. That's what it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
So it looks like he went down to Virginia and the color was still, the park he was going to was not open. It was supposed to open at 7, but no one showed up. A nice lady had called the park police and they said someone would be there. But after an hour, nobody showed. Another park in the Maryland side of the Potomac and decided to head there. Huh. Okay. Not the same. And since Island. Okay. So he's got two.
Oh, he wrote quite the paragraph there, didn't he? He's like,
Yeah. So it looks like two different lighting things. So basically the same scene 2 hours later. So
wow.
lower light. So look at the difference.
Yeah,
In
that's
the color,
incredible.
the gold, compared to when the light was not as bright, basically.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, this tree is all in shadow. All the foreground's in shadow. And here, it's all lit except for the shadow that the tree casts.
Yeah, and look look at the different colors that come through because of the light. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting what the light does. I mean, it changes the whole so much. Yeah, just dramatically different. It almost looks like there's so many more leaves on the path here, but they're not. It's just the way the light's hitting them.
Now, Dennis, what what do you think I'm going to say?
I think, Joe, you'd appreciate it more if it was in black and white.
Now, if they were in black and white, they would almost look similar, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Now they are still going to be different because the temperature of the one on the right is more warm.
It's a lot warmer. Yeah.
So
And the shadows are different. I mean, this would really come out in black and white. This.
yeah, it's
these
still
two
going to
shadow these two shadow areas where the person is in this foreground one.
Yeah, he didn't have to wait 2 hours for this, did he? Because he could have just pushed the slider in GIMP and it would have brought the shadows up anyway.
And make a comment, say, Dennis says you need the GIMP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
play with the GIMP.
And you know what, Dennis? He put a guy in the one on the right instead of putting the moon, and I think that's a
and they didn't put the shopping trolley in the water either.
that's
Yeah.
just a fatal flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we know this is fake. If you put the moon in the shopping cart in the water, then we knew it was a real picture.
Is anybody else using GIMP?
No.
Tim's using GIMP now quite a lot.
Yeah.
So is this the kind of kind of the same thing? Another one, white bark and leaves, both lovely, but yeah.
Well,
Look
they're
at the lighting. Yeah.
both interesting though, aren't they? Like
Uh-huh.
that is cool. He's a teacher now.
Yeah.
He's
It's kind of a neat example of the difference.
In his paragraph there, he should have at least put, thank you, Dennis, for the GIMP frame.
Yeah. Great Falls, Maryland.
Well, the GIMP's getting a bit of publicity now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think all the YouTube tuitions have obviously made it a lot more popular.
Yeah.
So no, this is neat. Just shows what basically a couple hours, difference of light
That is
does.
cool.
I meant to tell you, Mark. Do you remember I told you about a guy doing 4x5 photo stacking?
Mm-hmm.
I tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I put it in that Zarine stacker.
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. He said the files are too big.
So how many did you do?
Only 2.
2 color?
Yeah.
So each color scan was probably a gigabyte almost.
Yeah, I changed them to black and white, and it still wouldn't do it.
Wow. Okay. You overpowered.
Yeah. So I won't be buying it.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of a neat shot. This is wide angle, 24 millimeter. The Potomac River. Yep.
I'm still looking at the same picture.
Yeah, it's not updating on the screen for some reason.
Oh, let's try it. Sorry. Let's go back and see.
Otherwise, these trees are coming out the river.
Yeah, this particular shot looks a lot like that shot here in Arizona that place that
Yeah,
everyone.
that horseshoe bend.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go back to the group here and see. All right. So let's go this one. You guys seeing that? No, you're not.
No, it's still stuck.
Ah, that's
Well, we
interesting.
got the group on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm probably gonna have to
Firefox. That's
Firefox for this. That's still not updating. That's interesting.
Did you change something this week?
Yeah, because you always can do it. I mean,
I wonder if I'm gonna move it to the other monitor and try it that way.
and then you know what? Sometimes Flickr is weird, man. Like today, it's letting me favorite stuff, but the last few weeks, it wasn't letting me favorite anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I agree, Joe. I tried to load some pictures onto Flickr, and I just give up.
Yeah, so sometimes it's on Flickr because I bet you today it's more of a Flickr because you are always able to share the images.
Okay, so there we go. I moved it over to the other screen. We'll see what happens here. So this was the second one with the tree. Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of the same
Yeah.
few hours difference. So kind of cool. Now hopefully, there we go. Okay. So this is it is like Horseshoe Bend in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
That's
If
what
it flooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If it
Yeah.
flooded, yeah.
Right.
And if the Grand Canyon was only 50 feet deep.
Yeah.
But no, this is neat. Nice wide angle. I wonder if it's probably a couple, 2 or 3 stitched together, I would think.
Yeah, I'm wondering, was this really wide?
Yeah, that's a 24 millimeter.
Yeah.
Look at the aspect ratio here. This is like a, 21:9 or something like that. Yeah, it's probably at least 2 shots. I wonder if it was split in the middle or something. But yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Muddy water.
At 24 and as close as he is, yeah, you would think it would be.
That's probably a couple shots, yeah. 'Cause, yeah, he's close enough to get some detail on the water.
And then with his crop kind of, I would think that, the crop he used, that's got to be probably 2 or 3 images.
Yeah, to kind of get that aspect ratio. But yeah, nice color on the rocks, the river with the dirty water, the mud must have been a rain or something, stirred up the water. Happy Panda.
Happy Panda. I think that's a restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Panda
Is that the restaurant
Express.
they go to on A Christmas Story at the end?
If it's not, just wait another month. It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that influencer in action now. Now he's got a different colored frame on there. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think he's gimping.
Yeah. This must have
Trying to
been.
prove something?
This is nice.
Wow, he gave the whole breakdown on this panda here. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Class, order, family, genus. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
The only thing he put the class. He just didn't put what grade it's getting in that class.
Yeah.
Oh, look at how nice the panda was waving hi to him and everything.
Yeah. High five.
It's a false arm. Someone's sitting behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Puppet.
If he's using GIMP, he would have put the arm in afterwards.
well, Dennis, I think there's a conspiracy on that photo on the right, because I think the conspiracy is the panda with that foot is hiding the moon that is actually there in the photo.
Yeah.
This is true.
And that's how we know it's a fake photo, because that was gimped and the moon we know is in there.
Yeah. If you don't see a moon,
Yeah, this is cool. I mean, how do you not love panda photos, man? I mean, come on, look at that cute guy, man.
And then this guy would like to eat the panda.
Yes. Yeah, that guy is sniffing out the panda right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was at the zoo too. Okay. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, he went a little soft on the.
Yeah, on the foreground. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's using that Topaz Studio that does the
Oh,
watercolor.
Yeah. So that's got watercolor. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's neat.
What's Topaz?
It's another program.
Another filter processing program, kind of like
Oh,
it's
one
like
on the other?
it's like GIMP, only not as good as GIMP.
Of
Probably.
course. Hey, how could anything be as good as this? Well, it shows him using Photoshop. Lightroom Classic.
Huh.
Lightroom Classic. Yeah, but he could still be using that as a plug-in.
Yeah. Yep. Because Topaz does plug into
Yeah.
Photoshop. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. He did the same thing here too with the elephant, the kind of the watercolor. So he's applying the filter only to the background, not to the animal itself.
Right. I wonder if he has to manually do that, or if it automatically.
Yeah, I wonder if
tries
it's like
to detect.
a select. Yeah, like a magic wand tool or something to.
It looks like the elephant's feet are carved.
Yeah, I would imagine it's kind of like a layer sort of thing, and you just kind of paint out what you don't want there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it might work.
It
That's
might-
a neat way to do it though, because it definitely puts the attention on the animal.
yeah.
Because in the background it becomes more of a, it puts the attention, which is what you want. You want the attention on the animal, not the.
Now, one thing that I'm noticing is the elephant is in the same class as the panda. So
Mhm.
we need to know what grade these animals are getting. Now, if they are in the same family, that would be something.
Yeah,
That would be something.
Elephantidae, Elephas maximus,
Yeah.
big elephant.
Yeah, see, they all have that in common. They're all in the same class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now here's one that's in the same class.
That's in a totally different class. It's a
Carus Fastus.
Yeah, Carus very fast assist.
So this is at your Cars and Coffee, huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're letting the side down, whereas you haven't put the Latin name down.
This is nice. So this is the 720S.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a smile there, doesn't it? You could see the eyes right there,
Mhm.
and the McLaren logo is like the nose, and that's just a big smile. That's clever, man.
How many cars were there?
Oh boy, probably 40 or so.
Okay. Hmm.
I'm going to a car show on Thursday.
Yeah.
Convention hall here in Charlotte. So I thought I'd go take my camera, see what it's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kit
Have
car.
fun.
It's a nice colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I like the color on this.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
It's almost like that, kind of like that purple that you had on the Plum Crazy purple or whatever that the Dodge
Yeah,
had.
it definitely had a plum crazy look to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it also shifted a lot in the different lights and
Yeah,
stuff.
this is
as
a
you move.
metal flake, so yeah.
Yeah.
It has that because of the kind of flake that he put in there and how much. Like he went really aggressive on that flake, and it makes it feel like something from the 70s for sure.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It gives it that real vintage feel with that kind of.
Yeah. This is Cobra is what 64 to 67, something like that.
Shame you couldn't get that tree out of the way because I keep looking at it.
Yeah,
Oh, you had to do that, didn't you? Damn it!
See if Wes was using the GIMP, then we'd be.
I
Yeah,
did not see that tree until Jimmy pointed it out. Now I
you should have cloned that out, Wes.
It's
I,
James.
I got rid of the light pole, but I'm not good enough to get rid of the tree there.
Joe, James.
Is that a cloud in the sky, or is that lens flare?
No, that's an artifact of me getting rid of the light pole.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice, nice car. I'd take one of those. There we go. Here's the
That's the other end.
the business end there.
What show?
That's what you'll see if you try to keep up with one of these. Probably that's all you'll see.
pretty much. Yeah.
Wes, what show did you go to? Just.
It's just a Cars and Coffee.
Okay.
It's a monthly thing that we have here. They have them all over the place.
Yeah. I think every region has a Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, we've got the big one now. That's the first Sunday of the month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think ours is the second Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
So.
And amazingly, I see very little coffee being drinking at these.
Yeah. More
There
cars.
was a booth of people giving away coffee. So
Was there? Okay.
Goes up to 160.
Oh, this is that kit car. Okay.
Yeah.
Do people buy these cars or are they just displaying their cars?
Yeah, they're displaying them. I would imagine they show up for usually a couple hours.
Yeah.
Then
But
they
yeah,
put it
these
out.
are generally are not for sale. These are owners that are.
Yeah, it's just they pick a spot like typically like a shopping mall or something like that very early before most of that strip mall opens. No, Wes, is that how it's in your area?
it's just early on a Sunday morning kind of thing. So it's places are open, but they're not real busy. So there's room for people to hang out.
Yeah. That's a nice. Yeah, I don't know that. I know the one that they have here in Atlanta. We call it Caffeine and Octane. They moved a couple years ago, and now it's taking over the parking lot of like one of the biggest malls in the country now. I mean, it's literally probably 300 to 400 cars. It's just absolutely crazy. But you see a lot of stuff.
There's someone drinking coffee for you.
Yeah. Prove that coffee does get consumed during cars.
Yeah, there is some coffee consumage there. Yeah.
This is a 92 Let's see.
I don't know my Mercedes that well. It's like an E320 or something,
Okay.
E300 or something like that.
It's a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convertible.
But it just hit 30,000 miles on the way to the Cars and Coffee.
Yep.
So it's hasn't been driven very much.
Yeah. 27 years old. Yep.
I think Wes was tempted to cut the logo off the hood there and wear it for campaign.
Yeah.
That used to happen a lot.
Oh boy! I think he was tempted to do that.
There we go.
I just took a picture instead.
Yeah.
Take many lenses or just one?
Just one.
Yeah, 18 to 35. Yeah.
18 to 35 and stuck a polarizer on it and went to town.
Yep.
Makes it nice, lightweight carry around, not having to fuss it. You can just find decent range and off you go. Yep. Ooh, I like this. I like this Galaxy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Lots of convertibles there. I guess people are into convertibles these days.
Yeah, that's a Galaxy 500 or just a Galaxy.
Yeah, I think it's a 500.
Yeah. Those are neat cars. They're probably still comparatively affordable.
Mhm.
But I like the logos. There we go. NSX, the new NSX.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing one of these.
Okay.
This one was pretty dirty, but it was cool to see one in person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sharp-looking car.
Mm-hmm.
What are they, about 120,000? Something like that?
I think a little more than that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aren't they like aren't these things like $150 or something?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they started off at 120. Now
Yeah, and then if you want a steering wheel,
yeah. There we go. You got. Oh, I like the name on the plate. Pyrite, Fool's Gold.
I just seen one of these in my area.
Does this have the flying chicken on the front?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That is just an iconic car. Every someone in my area has one because I see it every once in a while, and it's just so cool. It's pristine,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're fun. Fun vehicles. What year is that? I wonder. 76, 77, 78, something like that.
It always reminds me of Burt Reynolds and
Yeah. Hey, here we're back at your summer home, Dennis.
Yeah, with this one, I put the scan into the GIMP.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was done on the V800
Okay.
scanner, but this is positive. This is E6.
Okay.
Because when we was round it, we was just using loads of different films.
Mm-hmm.
But this one didn't turn out too bad actually. With the chemicals, I didn't do anything with the color. I just chopped slightly.
So is the exterior color of this kind of similar to this? I mean, is it already
It is that color, yeah.
kind of like a mauve or something? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the frame's courtesy of GIMP.
Okay.
Really? How do you know?
Yeah, they don't do 120 film with frames on apparently.
Yeah.
I was just seeing how a film scan would react inside GIMP.
And it seems to work okay then.
Yeah, it just manipulates the same as digital files. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so here we go. Ectar 100. Okay, so another scan.
Yeah. These were. I went back through the 120s I'd used and put stuff in that I'd never bothered with because I didn't think much of it. But depth of field on this is pretty good for 80mm 2.8. That was.
Yep.
Yeah, this is what you pay all the money for in 35 mil.
Yep. Exactly right.
You get it for next to nothing in medium format.
That's nice. His colors are. There's Ektar colors.
Yeah, so that's C41. That's
Mhm.
I've probably done these before the chemicals went off.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's looks like it. I mean, that looks like a proper, the kind of colors that you're going to get with Ektar.
Yeah, yeah. Ektar's oversaturated film anyway. So
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's neat.
didn't have to add any film grain.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, here we go. The face tree again.
Yeah, but this one, I added a GIMP filter.
Okay. So this was film scan. Yeah, Portra 160.
Yeah, so this is color film.
Yeah, and you did a black and white filter on it.
No, I changed it to black and white, and I added a GIMP filter, which
Okay.
that gave that effect.
Oh.
Yeah. It's got a lot of little halos around the line. It's almost like a
Posterize or something.
yeah.
It looks like it's like a line drawing, like someone's etched edges in all over the place.
Mhm.
And it looks like you went with the sharpening slider and just went all the way.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually do that. That's the filter did it. It just
The filter on it. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I
yes,
stuck it in one of the Flickr things where there's 12 stages, and to get to each stage, you have to get 5 likes on each one. And this went all the way to the Hall of Fame at the end.
oh wow.
Yeah.
So you kind of completed a 12-step program with your.
Yeah, the 13th Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Level 10, huh?
You see, yeah, you go all the different levels. If you want to go on to the next level, you've got to have at least 5 likes.
Oh, okay. So to go from level 1 to level 2, you got to have at least 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's neat. It's an neat effect. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, this
1, 2.
is digital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was using the Voigtlander wide open.
Yeah. And just a single image, not focus stacked, right?
No, it's not focus stack. It's just a single image.
Okay.
That's nice, Dennis. I like that.
Yeah, it is. Colors are great. The flowers in the background are
Gone.
yeah, they're gone, but the colors, are not there. Kind of breaks up the green in the background a little bit. And,
Yeah, no. When you're doing loads of pictures at one time, you tend to dump quite a lot.
mm-hmm.
I was just scrolling back through some of the stuff I've done. I thought, well, I'll
Yeah. Yep. And you always find, and you go back through after you have some time to just not think about them. When you go back and look at them again, you find more that you like, maybe the second or third time around. So here we go. The museum. So we're going up the escalator into the planet, into an asteroid. Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, this was on the Science Museum at Kensington. This is in the main entrance. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was I remember doing this, and it was handheld, really, really slow speed, because I had to crop it because I had to get all the heads out the corner.
So this was at, ISO 800. A quarter of a second. Yeah. Okay.
So that was that. So the stabilization on the Sony seems to work okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good,
The escalator was moving, so I thought I got away with it quite well, really.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Some movement, but not too much, really.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one for Joe.
Looking for the Hasselblad.
Yeah.
Now, this moon inside the Science Museum is absolutely massive. There's like crowds of people walking about underneath this.
I thought you put that in there. This is actually there.
No, he's actually there hanging off the ceiling. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I kind of thought you did as well.
No, this is not faked in any way, Joe.
He's like, no, this is
It's hard to tell these days.
Yeah, it is hard to tell. Yeah.
This is a genuine moon. Yeah.
Well, I guess we can see where some of the pieces come together of this.
Yeah, you can see the different panels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so well detailed. I did try and find a Hasselblad that the astronauts left behind, but couldn't see it.
Yeah, darn it. Right? Yeah. Love to find that thing.
That's it.
Yeah. Those darn astronauts.
Yeah, apparently it's got a film cassette on it what can take about 200 shots. Yeah. So, I mean, that's as good as a digital camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little guy. Yeah.
This was an older image. Yeah, a couple years old. A year and a half old.
This is a crop taken with a 90mm
Okay.
because I couldn't get any closer.
No way. Yeah.
Yeah. Out on the deck eating some sunflower seed, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, this is at least 100% crop, so you can crop away on a 24 megapixel without too much bother.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're just going to be doing it on, kind of internet sharing.
Yes, if you wanted a 6-foot version for the wall, might be a problem.
There's somebody in the back. There's the Easter egg right there. There's
Yeah, that's the film director.
There we go. So this is the food coma causing Pete?
That caused said food coma. Yeah. Yeah, that is guilty
looks good.
party right there. Doesn't he look like something that causes food coma?
Yeah.
Bad pizza. Bad.
I'm feeling something right now just looking at it.
Yeah.
Harris Teeter on a Monday because they're tweeting.
Yeah. Wes is a pizza aficionado, so.
This doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, that is coal brick oven pizza right there. That is it is consistently in the top 10 pizzerias in the country.
Yeah. Oh, you can see that. You can see the char right there. Yeah.
It is. It just the crust is
Thin. Yep.
It's really good. And it instead of getting a margarita this time, I decided to get one of their specialty pies, and so they call this one a Brooklyn style. It has lots of sauce, and it has a roasted red pepper, sausage, and lots of ricotta cheese all over it.
Oh, okay. So that's the cheese. It's ricotta.
Yeah. Oh,
That sounds delicious. Yeah.
oh my God.
Sausage, red peppers, and ricotta cheese. Yeah.
And then and then the bartender, she recommended and it was her birthday today, and she recommended having garlic put all over it. Oh my God, it was incredible.
Oh, so you got roasted
Fresh
garlic in it.
Yeah.
Always
Oh,
It
yeah.
was,
Is this part of your healthy eating campaign?
was that?
Is it part of your healthy eating campaign?
It is, and that
It's got
today
all the 4 food groups in it.
it was part of
Yeah.
you have to get, Sunday's the day you have to get part of the pizza food group in there. So I did my part. I crushed that whole damn thing. And I couldn't stop.
And that's why you were sleeping.
I was so hungry. I can't even tell you how starving I was. And yeah,
So on a Monday night at Harris Teeter, you can get a large pizza for $8, and each slice could be different toppings.
Oh,
at
okay.
Little Caesar
In Harris Teeter.
in
Harris Teeter. Okay, the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
the grocery store. I think isn't Little Caesar doing that right now? Like, you can get 4 toppings. I think 4 different 4 different pizzas in one, really, is I think what they advertised at Little Caesar. Now this is hardly Little Caesar right here. I mean, Little Caesar, as we all know, is phenomenal quality.
This is just run of the
I
mill.
don't remember the last time I had one.
Yeah, this is just some run-of-the-mill pizza here, man. I mean, you know, yeah, who the hell wants to eat this stuff?
This is the kind of pizza that you should be eating all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
This is so
Yeah,
good.
this is, you know, Mark, in the pizza world, this would be the craft beer community, and in the pizza world, Little Caesars would be the malt liquor community.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Dennis, do people still eat pizza with a knife and fork when they go out?
Only the youngsters, I think.
When I was there, like I used to eat it with a knife and fork. Then when I went to Canada, I still ate it with a knife and fork, and everyone gave me funny looks. They said, "Why don't you just pick it up?" Picking it up.
There was a lady next to me at the bar having hers with a knife and fork, and I was like, "Yo, like you should leave."
You're disrespecting the pizza.
You're really offending me, you know.
Well, I'm looking at that, Joe, and over here, after the pubs turn out, this is what's known as a pavement pizza.
A pavement pizza.
Pavement pizza, yeah. When you've had too much to drink, you usually find these on the pavement.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
yeah. I managed to get 3. I got this pie down in 3 pints. So yeah, that was.
No wonder you took a nap.
I
Man.
was incredible.
See, Joe, I'm teaching you the proper English here. See, that's a pavement pizza. And of course, you remember the dog toffee?
Yeah. 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 So- Now did anybody pick out anything in this pizza? The whole pizza was fake because there's no moon in there. So I was able to fake that with my iPhone X right there.
Yeah,
If you like,
the fake pizza,
E&G Moon.
the fake pizza filter.
Yeah.
What's ruining that pizza is the person bending over throwing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that looks like that is well worth the effort of eating. That's for sure.
What's great about going to Grimaldi's too, or just getting really good coal or wood-fired oven pizza, is the odd shapes you'll get. Like this pizza, I literally had cut off that right side of it, and it was shaped just all funky. You know what I'm saying? That's what's great about it to me.
Yeah, they just form the dough. That's it. They don't worry about it's some circle, slightly circular, a little bit of square, just whatever comes out.
Yeah.
And
You get what you get, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah. What do you want? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good stuff. Very good. That's a good way to end the show because now I'm getting really hungry. I've got to.
Yeah, good. Plus,
we'll have a show next week, the week after, which is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. No show. But yeah, it's kind of hard to believe Thanksgiving is only 10 days away, pretty much.
Oh, is it really 10 days?
Yeah. 11 days. Yeah. Thursday. Yeah. We went fast. So. So we'll do a show next week, and then whatever the week is after that, was that the 1st of December? No show on the 1st of December then. So, all right. Well, good one, guys. Great images. Nice getting Simi going with the GIMP there. Nice to see he's adopted the GIMP as his.
Yeah.
Have you tried it yet, Jimmy?
I've looked at some videos, but I need to get in there more.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, you're retired. Go and you got to do that. I don't have time for that yet.
You can you download it. Yeah, I got it on your computer.
No, I haven't got it. I just looked at videos to see.
Right. You can download it and play with it. It works great. I think it's really come along a long way from years ago.
I've never known that from you. Actually, I would have thought your opinion. Great. No, I promise I'll play with it this week. I I'll make it my toy this week.
Yeah, have a go. And the Raw Therapy and Dark Table, they're all free to use, and
Yeah.
and they all work fine as far as I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I have a question for you, right? If I downloaded the Gimpy, right, and I like it, and I don't need Lightroom anymore because I'm paying $10 a month for it, and I got rid of it. If I want to redo my old files, can I bring them into the GIMP?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, if you're going to use, are they raw files or
Yeah.
they're raw files? Yeah, you'll have to put them into Raw Therapy then, or Dark Table first, and then bounce them to the GIMP afterwards.
Yeah.
You save them as TIFF files. Convert them from RAW to TIFF, and then you can use the TIFF files to play with in the GIMP.
But any of the images that that you access now in Lightroom, when you're looking at the previews, obviously those aren't going to generate at all. So you'd have to. So Raw Therapy or Darktable has the cataloging function because GIMP doesn't do cataloging, right?
Yeah, the GIMP hasn't got cataloging. Darktable has, Raw Therapy hasn't.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted raw processing and cataloging, then you got to use Darktable.
Yeah, you'll have all the original RAW files on your computer, though, won't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You just start fresh, cut off.
Yeah, you'd have to reprocess if you got rid of Lightroom. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to obviously pull up the preview of the most recent edit. You'd have to start over again.
yeah, you'd have to aim your folder to Darktable or Raw Therapy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use the GIMP, it's probably better to use Raw Therapy because it's part of GIMP. It is their raw developer.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, what I might do is I might just take a photograph, say it's completely separate, and then put that through the works and see how it goes.
Yeah.
You can't download a raw file directly into the GIMP. You'll have to put it in a raw Therapy first,
Right.
and then it actually puts it straight in GIMP from Raw Therapy.
Yeah. Okay. So there's so you got to go Raw Therapy, and then Raw Therapy goes right into GIMP. Then okay.
Yeah, it is their raw developer, and I think it's slightly better than. I haven't really played much with Darktable, but for me, I think the Raw Therapy works fine. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But is that like having camera raw going before you go into Photoshop?
Yeah, your camera raw, like your Micro Four Thirds. I'm sure you should have got a raw developer with it that you can download free of charge.
It's probably an Olympus raw converter.
Yeah, is it ORF files or something that come out of
ORF? Yeah.
Yeah, but the Raw Therapy will just open anybody's files.
So what will you do with all your old files if you need to go back and touch them up?
Well, I've got the Sony Raw developer, the free version, what come with it, but it makes no difference to me because I put Sony Raw files straight into Raw Therapy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've already processed them. I've still got the raw files in the folder, and it's a free version anyway. The Sony.
Yeah.
You should have got a free version of the Olympus raw developer with your camera.
Because I use Lightroom, I just kicked it straight into Lightroom.
Yeah. See, my Sony raw developer will only do my Sony camera unless you want to pay $500 or $600 out to pay for the one that does all the cameras. But Raw Therapy does all the cameras anyway.
Yeah. So you just have to decide if you start over with Raw Therapy and in GIMP, then you obviously any images that you've gone through and done the editing through Lightroom, you'd have to start over again with them on, because if you keep them in Lightroom, then you just go to that image and it pulls up the file and it goes from there. So
yeah, but do you save your files as TIFFs or JPEGs?
JPEGs.
JPEGs, yeah.
Now and again, if after I've been in Photoshop, I'll save it as a TIFF.
Yeah, I usually save everything as TIFFs because you've got all the information still, and I only generate JPEGs if you want to put them on the net.
Well, the reason why they're TIFF is because I've gone into Photoshop, which I don't do very often, because I don't really like Photoshop. It intimidates me. But when I go back into Lightroom, it's still got the Lightroom. Change that to the file format for that. It doesn't change it to a TIFF. Only when I go through Photoshop.
Yeah. That's the way Lightroom does what it does, and then if I export it, then I have to export it as a TIFF. But if I'm just opening up a file in Lightroom, it opens up in Lightroom, and then I edit it, and then I decide what I want to do with it, whether I upload it export it as a JPEG to Flickr or as a TIFF to Photoshop or that type of thing.
When I save them and export them to a file, so I've got the right size and that, they're JPEGs.
Yeah. You see, your best bet is to save them as a TIFF. Then you can put them in the GIMP or any other program, because you still got all the information with a TIFF. If you save them as a JPEG, you won't be able to do anything with them. It won't let you.
No. TIFF has all the information right.
Yeah, you can't change much. If you've got a JPEG, it's only like, it's not going to sharpen it up much, and there's just no information left. You've done 90% of the information on a JPEG. Yeah,
but if you keep the files, you're just going back to the old file together.
Yeah, to keep the original. Even PNGs are better than JPEGs.
Oh yeah. PNGs are pretty close. They're pretty almost the same as TIFF and a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of those formats are great.
Yep. Better than JPEG, that's for sure. All right, guys. Good show. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks for the images, and we'll be back here next week.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Guys.
See ya. I'll give you a call during the week, Dennis.
Okay. Thanks.
See ya.
Cheers.